say we go to court.
Now, who's taking the stand?
It is I, walking to the stand, getting sworn in. You swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but truth. All right, we got one pass for myself, and I also got one boomerang flip that I could flip to the room. We could use that as well. So let's see here. It's plead the fifth. It is.
You have to take down your text.
I do have to take down my text.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
you can
take
still
that.
text us.
Peeking at
Take
the
down
screen.
the text. You can text in if you got a question for me, and that's on the second round because the listeners get to ask 888-429-0941. This is our 1-800-ASK-GARY text. Let's see, Davi, you are first.
I'm first.
You're first.
Okay, so as a lot of people know, Kenzie K is gone.
Yes.
I want to know, I know you're happy for her and everything like that, but I want to know how you really, really feel about that and what's next for that position.
Oh, what I feel about it?
How do you feel about that? Somebody that you've been working with and grooming and everything, they bounce.
I think it's dope. I mean, she the company that came after her last year. And because I know them well, because we worked together for a long time, they thought that we could just can we get her now and you can let her out because we bought no.
She
I
signed
was
a
like,
contract.
I love y'all. We tight, but BC don't care about y'all. So they didn't let her out of her contract. So I knew they would come after her afterwards. And it's a big market. I mean, Chicago is like number 3 market in the country. So for her to get the opportunity to go there and stuff, where her pops is like loving the city, because her pops is like a Chicago guy and stuff, it meant a lot to her. So she got a chance to move up. So that's a good look. So we grabbing somebody else. You know what I mean? Like we got about 140 applications in.
Ooh-wee.
Wow.
And probably out of those, probably like 12 who I could easily hire. So we trying to figure it out now. But I got a bunch of them now I can sift through. It's like, because once they hit that, once the ad hit, a lot of people want it.
Your DMs going off.
I mean, I got a lot of friend requests from people who I guess think if they need to try and get the job, they got a friend request me, which is weird because I'm like, we're not.
I don't know you yet.
Because now you got to unfollow like a whole bunch of people that's like, whatever. So, but you do look at their socials and stuff to make sure that you're getting somebody like not just see the resume talk. So, yeah. But it's I mean, we got it. Special Ed's holding it down for us while we look for it because Ed's got his own business now, so he could do that. So, yeah, it's a good look.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking about you and your past and your dating past specifically. Yeah.
Why was you thinking about my dating past?
Because I was thinking about a good question to ask. So I'll get a little sentimental here with you. Has anybody ever broken your heart, maybe the one that got away? And I want to know the story. I want to know what happened, why you're not together.
Has anybody ever broken my heart? Okay. My heart was broken in high school. The girl who I dated in high school was a year ahead of me. Her name was Stronda. She was that's the girl that was in the prom picture I showed you.
Yes.
The throwback joint. All right, so the whole thing was she was supposed to come to Tallahassee first, and then I was supposed to go to Tallahassee second, like after I graduated. But she didn't get in. and so her plans like changed or whatever, but I was still like being faithful or whatever. And she stopped like being available. Like it was like when I was my senior year, I'm thinking like, yo, she was supposed to be at college setting it up, but then she was home going to school, so she fell in with some like dude, and I knew she did, but she kept lying to me, and so I believed it. But then I did the unthinkable, and I went to her street and parked down the street.
No.
Like 4 houses down, parked and sat there.
Creep.
And did.
This is smart.
I did. I sat there on the street on the right-hand side, pointed at her house, and saw the dude pull up and her get out the car and kiss him and walk her up to the door and then go inside. And then he stayed inside for a little bit because this was high school. The parents was home and everything else. And he left. And then I remember I went up to the door after he left,
Oh.
and her pops answered the door, and he was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was just looking at him, and he was like, "You know, well, come on outside, let's talk."
No.
And he took me outside and was like, "You might need to go home. we don't want no problems, whatever."
Wow.
So my heart was crushed.
Oh man.
Cried all the way home. I did.
Are you still friends with her on Facebook?
I am. I mean, we are friends. We don't talk much, whatever. But I saw her page, and she had asked, friend requested me or whatever. So yeah.
Okay.
So it's all good, but that crushed my heart.
Still hurts, don't it?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
There's always one.
Yeah. That was the way. Yeah.
That hurt.
Yeah. That was nasty. I got done wrong.
I like that you drove up like that though.
I took off, man. What, crying? That wasn't a good look.
No, I mean you drove up to check things out.
Oh, I was definitely gonna roll through, but I didn't I didn't think of it as creepy till after I started telling people, and they was like, "You parked on the street." I was like, "Yo, y'all missing the point." Like, yeah, so it was whatever. All right, anyway. All right, what you got?
Okay.
I still got my plea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Wait. I'm gonna use my flip option. I'm gonna flip the script. I want to know who broke y'all hearts.
Oh man.
Who's going first?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I mean,
well, man, that was unexpected.
That's what I likes to do up in here. Want to use my pass?
Well, I've only been in one previous relationship prior to the one I'm in right now. So it ended.
One?
I swear to God.
One that you claim?
Well, yeah, like one like real boyfriend, girlfriend, like relationship. I've been like talking to chicks and stuff like that. But see, she essentially made me choose like our relationship or like my career.
MOB.
Like, MOB, baby. That's
God.
hence the tattoo. So she
gotta
was
be
really. I mean, she was really jealous, and she couldn't have it both ways. I couldn't do this and maintain like a regular.
Did she break your heart?
I was pretty heartbroken. I ain't gonna lie.
Did you cry?
Enough so that I went and got MOB tatted on me.
Did you cry?
I probably cried. Yeah.
You can't just say you did.
I said I cried all the way home, and you said I probably cried. Come on.
He
Really?
cannot admit it. Oh my
Right? You know
God.
what I'm saying? I cried all the way home, and this,
Yeah,
you know, tough bastard. Gangsta ass. All right. Who broke your heart?
My first boyfriend. We dated for like 2.5 years. He was a year ahead of me. And yeah, I caught him cheating on me. I was a cheerleader, and I was a captain at the time, and yeah, he was cheating on me with one of the freshman cheerleaders.
Damn.
Yeah.
What? With a freshman cheerleader on your squad?
On my squad.
Ready? Let's fight. Like, you should have scratched her eyes
Oh
out.
my God. Yeah. And then he was lying to me.
No, you did.
Yeah, it was a mess.
It's already been brought in.
I witnessed her stepping out of his car at school. Like he wasn't even trying to hide it or anything like that so they could go to class. I remember just standing by the classroom, peeking out at the parking lot, and I will never forget the blondie stepping out. Yeah,
she was blonde too?
Yeah.
He traded
Meredith,
up.
you know what it was? Is he didn't see a future with your van situation.
I always gotta bring
Like,
up my
why you
man.
dating the chick in the van? All right, what's yours? Who broke your
Man,
heart?
she getting 2 shout-outs 2 weeks in a row is the one I talked about last week. Ashley broke me down. That was the one where I didn't eat for like 5-6 days, and I was walking around the house playing Heartless by Kanye West. Oh, man, bro, I was going through it. Man, busted me up.
Did she cheat or anything?
No, she, it was indirectly my fault. I kind of played games when I was younger, and
You don't say.
Really?
Surprise.
Not now?
Surprise right there.
But yeah, so I had broken up with her like once or twice because I was DJing and stuff and saw other girls, whatever. Finally, she just came over one day and she's like, "Yo, we're done." And I was like, "What? You can't break up with me?" And she's like, "I'm done."
But I love you.
yeah,
Right.
never talked. We didn't talk for like years,
Oh man.
so I was hurting
Wow.
bad.
Wow, you
That's where
deserved
the
it.
Miller Lite began. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
That is the root of it.
You know, y'all got that corn syrup.
Yeah, that corn
Yeah.
syrup is in there.
All right, so are we at 3? Did we get 3?
Nah,
in?
my
We had
turn.
3? All right, what's yours?
You are a big fan of gambling. You like to play Texas Hold'em.
Yeah.
I know that. You go to the casino quite a bit.
Yeah.
I want to know the most amount of money you've ever won in a day and how much you've lost in a day.
Ooh.
The most money I've won in one day?
Because I know you're a good card player.
And it's just specifically at poker or just gambling in general?
We could do gambling in general. That's cool.
Like in a 24-hour period, I think I won probably like $6,000. Wow. Like $6,000. That was on a cruise that
Okay.
I won a lot of money. So I think nothing crazy, but like $6 grand. How much I lost in a day?
Yeah.
I was chasing one day. It was like one day I got like really murked at the poker table, and then I just came back like, yo, them dudes ain't gonna be like big stacking me, and so I like doubled up. I think I lost like about 1,800. About 1,900.
Okay.
Like chasing it, and it just wasn't there. And
Yeah.
then finally I could have gone deeper, and then I was like, you know what? It ain't today.
Ain't my
Today ain't
day.
today. Today ain't today, dog. I'm gonna come back and fight some other time. All right. So I got your 3 out. I got the listeners up next. 888-429-0941. Plead the fifth. We got it. And we have 3 questions in. The room is locked out. I still got my pass, and we got texts and calls coming in on the 1-800-ASK-GARY text line. It's 1-888-429-0941. What we got next?
This one is out of the 407. It says, Orlando, what was your first impression of each of the other freaks when you first met them? Does it still hold true today?
Let's see. My first impression of Mark, when I first met Mark, he came from B96, and I always heard he was a club dude. And so now I feel that now the Mark we seeing is the Mark that he was the dude. Like he is, yeah. He was what I first saw him. Like there was a downtime in the middle where he threw us off with some stuff, and I was like, yeah, that ain't him. He was trying to be something. No, it is him right here. He's a club horny dude. That's who he was. That's who he was when he walked out. He was very Zach Morris when he walked up. I was like, okay. Meredith, when I first met you, you were at FLZ.
Okay.
And my impression of you is not the same of when I first met you. When I first met you, I was like, this chick is like, there's nothing going on with this chick, like whatever. But that was how they played. That's how they positioned you on the air.
Yes.
So when I first got to meet you over here, it was like, yo, okay, yeah, I can rock with her. So,
Actually have a conversation.
huh?
We could actually finally have a
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah. I wouldn't have never been nowhere in the car with you. The other one, I was like, she's a hussy. But I was like, no, I can trust you now. And Davi, I don't leave my wallet around Davi. At the beginning, I didn't leave my wallet around him, and I still don't. No, I mean, I when I first met Davi, it was like 12 years ago, and he was an intern that was like intern. Yeah, you started with the internship.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he was a hustler. And now he got 9 jobs. So he's the same dude. He's like, he don't stop.
Word.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's it. Yeah. All right. What's next?
Yeah, someone's on the phone.
All
Yeah,
right,
okay.
There's
let's see.
Jessica.
Jessica is on the phone. Jessica got a question? All right. You got one?
Hey, Orlando. My question is, who could you not get booked for a Wild Splash? Like, either like they were like trying to demand too much money, or they just it didn't fit with their schedule, or anything like that. Like, who couldn't you get?
Give us some dirt.
Wait, though.
Yeah.
Come
I
on.
still got a plea.
You do.
I still got a plea. I mean, who could I not get? I mean, there was a lot of people we could not get.
Yeah.
First of all, Jessica, because of money and stuff. There was one person who made it so
Super close.
so gosh darn hard to book them that we literally had to walk away and say, I mean, I'm not using literally like the Valley Girl, white girl way. I'm saying, literally walked away and said, you know what? Keep your damn performance. And
Really?
I've never done that to an artist before. Is Tory Lanez.
Wow.
Tory Lanez was on the lineup Friday. Tory Lanez was going to be announced Friday. All of our announcements for Friday got shut down because, and the dude, you know what, damn it, I'm gonna be 100. Took me through hell. Was like, hey, here's how amount I want, okay? I mean, this is Plead the Fifth for real. Hey, this is the amount I want. Okay, now I want more. We gave him more. And it's like, I'm on the Drake tour now, so I'm gonna need a jet.
That was the
And
jet.
we were like,
A jet.
Okay, a jet to Miami. Okay, here's an extra 10 for travel. Here's your all-in number. Now we've taken care of everything else you need. Okay, well, I need to be a headline. I need to close. Okay, all right. We'll let you close the show. Are you good now? All right. Well, let me look at the flyer and see where my face is in the flyer because I want to make sure I'm in a big spot. And I'm like, yo, and I'd always heard these things about him. He's never been on a show of ours, but Hot 97, like he got walked out for a show or something, and because he didn't like where he was placed. So I knew he was ass about stuff. But then the one thing I will say on everything, and I might work with him one day in the future, who knows? I haven't banned him, but I'm keeping it 100. The dude asked me how much another artist was getting paid. I'm like, in my years here, I've never had an artist ask me, well, wait. Because, I mean, I'm giving you your number.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But he's like, before, well, wait, though. How much is this person getting paid? And I was like, what?
Wow.
I'm like, all right, bye. I was like, that's all right. That's all right. We had somebody else is available to do the show who got more hits than you. We just going to do that.
Yeah.
When they ask for more money, what is their reasoning behind like upping their offer after you already agreed to it?
Because they're not business, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like there's no rhyme or reason to that. There's certain artists who have a number that is indicative of what they sell, their chart position. I'm number one. I'm number something. They come out with their fee. He had one fee. Then he got put on the Drake tour, and it changed to another.
Okay.
And then it got like, I deserve another. And it's like, yo, I ain't giving an answer. Okay, well, here, the Jets did. Okay, we'll fix the Jet. Like, we kept throwing money after it. And it's like, you know what? You're not worth that. Like, and I think his performance would have been great because it would have been a different, like, vibe. But,
jerking you around.
He even told me, I'm from Florida. I'm like, we're from, hello, we know you from Toronto. Like, just because you live in Miami now don't mean you from Florida.
Right.
Like, he was trying all of the stuff. Like, nah, that's all right.
Wow.
So we ended up saying no.
So what happens now? There's other artists that you have.
We had somebody, because took us so long to get the answer from him that we had somebody that we were looking at to replace him. And then at some point, on Friday, I was like, you know what, forget it. And we said, all right, let's just go after the other artist. And the other artist is like, should be announced at 5 o'clock today.
Okay.
So
That's great. That's good to know.
Yeah. So that was behind the True Hollywood story right there.
I have one more question for you.
All right, yeah. I can just plead right here and we can just go to commercial.
If in the next couple of years marijuana is legalized recreationally, what age are you okay with your daughters using it if they're of age, and would you do it with them? When they're old enough.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm not answering no weed questions about my daughters, man. I don't even want to imagine that. That's no. I mean, listen, God bless everybody out there who tokes with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably not going to be me. That's not going to be me. All right, is that a wrap?
That is,
We're done.